Arraigned in a Nigerian court for having 86 wives, he was arrested after challenging any Muslim to prove it was against the laws of Islam to keep more than 4. This is the apartment block where Mohammed Bello housed his women and over 150 children. They're outraged at his arrest and say he's a good husband and father. They strongly believe God ordained their marriages.
A man can have only one wife or 2 wives. He will get problem. Somebody should think twice that a man with 86 wives, without using anything, it's God that brought us to him. Look at me now. Who is a man can put me inside?
Bello has been accused of keeping his family as modern-day slaves, but even his children defend his actions.
As you can see us, look at my younger ones. Do you look like a slave? My father is a real Muslim. He knows the front and the back of Quran. So he can tell the whole world about the God and the Prophet. So what are they saying? That he's not a real Muslim? It's them that they are not Muslim. He's not my father.
We were given special access to meet the man behind the controversy that's outraging the country's 70 million Muslims during his stay in prison.
I stand by my 86 wives. Allah brought them to me. If I ask them to leave, they won't. Allah said that man should marry 1, 2, 3, or 4 wives at the most. But when God gives an instruction, he must prescribe a punishment for contravening it. But Allah did not prescribe any punishment for marrying more than 4 wives.
To hell with anybody supporting Bello. Allahu Akbar!
Hundreds of people have gathered here in Bida town to condemn the actions of Bello marrying 86 wives. They say it's against the laws of Islam, and if he's released from prison, they won't let him back into this town.
It's inhuman for a man to keep how many wives? 86 wives.
But somehow he's able to provide for them. They have actually protested for his release.
As I've already said earlier on, as a good Muslim, he must obey what Allah has said in the Quran.
Now he had 10 women in a room as wives, 15 women in a room as wives. Is that right?
The region's spiritual leader and the local Sharia courts accused Bello of blasphemy for saying Allah told him to marry 86 wives.
We believe that he's not a Muslim, because we also disown him as a Muslim.
The problem for the authorities is that Nigeria's laws contain no limit on how many women a man can marry. Bello is charged with insulting religion and has been asked to divorce 82 of his wives just to keep the peace.
I am not going to divorce any of my wives or leave my town. I have not committed any offense.
He'll appear in court on October 6th to answer the charge. Yvonne Dege, Al Jazeera, Bida, Nigeria.